is, I figured I'll give you a rundown. I'm out plowing today. So obviously we want to break up the ground. And we have this set. I've been setting the plow. It takes quite a while. I want to make it so I can run my tire in the furrow, just like so. And the back tire there runs in the furrow as well. And it closes up nicely. Doesn't need to give for a mound. I want that bar to be nice and level. The other thing is we want the right depth. So here I'll show you in a second. I'll stop. And actually I'll stop before the end. Alright. This transmission's all pretty straightforward. Take the wheel out so I can get out of here. Alright. So, the other thing is, typically you want your drawbar, the equipment to be a straight line up from where the front of the drawbar hooks go to the back. Unfortunately, with this plow, we can't get it to run like that. It's easiest on the tractor if you can. But, so this tire's running pretty well in the furrow. I could bump it over a little bit more, but that makes it pull harder, so I got it pretty good right now. And the other thing, you want this pretty level, which it is, once it's running. You adjust that tire. I got some blocks in to set the depth. And there's a crank on this side. You got to adjust those differently for your first pass before you have a furrow to fall into. Let's see if I get my hand on here. Right on. All right. And then for depth, ideally it depends a little bit on the field, but you should want it the depth of about my hand. This is actually running maybe just, no, it's good. I don't know. I can't see my screen, but anyway. My hand's about 8 inches, so that's a good depth. And you can see this ground actually hasn't been plowed that deep before. You can see there's a little bit of a root from back when this used to all be trees. And you can see the black char there. It's because they burned the stumps out. And there's part of the root from, I don't know how many decades ago they cleared this ground from all the trees. And it's closing up pretty good. As you can see, there's not no big mound difference there, so the tractor will go over pretty smooth. And the plow's set pretty level. I got the sides set pretty good. And the other day we tore apart one of the trips here because this bottom, it wasn't set right and it would trip all the time. There's springs in here and there's a whole bunch of different joints in here. So if you hit a stump or a big rock, that'll trip and it'll flip up vertically. It sounds like a gunshot when it does happen. And you can see I got some blocks in there so I can just set the ram down all the way, and then when it sets down it presses a little lever. Let's see it where it is on this. Anyway, so it'll float. It bypasses. And so yeah, it all seems to be running pretty good other than, and you can see we only got one dual on it. So I can fall into it, but we need the extra. This pulls so hard you need the extra traction. So, yeah. This transmission is definitely the simplest out of ours. I can actually shift without pressing the clutch between the 8 gears. Usually you have a A, B, C, D, you set with one lever and a set of gears between. And you can shift between side-by-side gears, but not vertical. To go vertical, you gotta press the clutch and change letters. You gotta completely come to a stop. But so for this, I can actually, it might be about 1800 RPMs is the most fuel efficient. You never want to pull under 1500 or something. So I'll start off in a lower gear, so otherwise it'll kill the engine. Shift up without changing this. Here. Oops. There should be too many. Alright. And then this is hard to do one-handed. It's pretty good. And I pull up at the ends, use the turning brake down there to make my turn sharper when I need to. Here I don't need to, but on the other side there's a fence right at the end of the field, so I need to be able to turn really sharp. So that's that. Oops. Alright, taking my glove off.